Ramen Hack Edition.
We're gonna hack that ramen. I'm gonna take our machete.
You're gonna hack
I'm
the
gonna hack
ramen?
that ramen so good. A long time ago, I did a kind of ramen at home video.
Now you have to whip the egg into some kind of a delicious and soft froth.
A lot of people seem to be amazed by what I added to my ramen, which I thought was kind of normal, but turns out it was not normal. So what we want to do today is we're gonna head over to a local convenience store and we're gonna buy a bunch of different ramen, and by a bunch I mean two, and show you a couple different ways to make the ramen.
We're gonna show you how to eat ramen like a professional ramen eater. This is how it's done so you don't look like a newbie when you're in this country.
We probably are professional ramen eaters on our free time. No.
Okay, so Martina's a little bit crazy cakes when it comes to what she's gonna add to a ramen. I have a very simplistic approach. Today, I'm going with the ramen boki, which is a drainable kind. You have to puncture holes and you have to drain the water and then you mix everything up. The only two things that I'm going to add are very simple. Number one, a slice of cheese that adds thickness to it. And number two, most importantly, some ranch. You should never leave home without a bottle of ranch. This one has my name on it.
I'm sorry, I just can't even believe you put that in your jacket with you this whole time and smuggled it here.
You are gonna complain. I'm just adding a little bit of ranch.
$40.
Ramen ranch. Rah. Sispumba.
Simon, I want you to make you have a problem. I want you to admit it.
My problem is that your hands are on my ranch and it's about to become your problem if you don't hand that back to me.
What are you gonna do about it?
You might notice that as soon as you fill your bowl with water, it winds up all the steam coming out. What do you do to keep it in place? Here's a clever trick. You take your chopsticks, without cracking them open, you put them over the lid like this, so it makes a seal. This is what professional ramen eaters do, okay? I've just given you the inside stuff. So I didn't drain all the liquid. You need a little bit of moisture in there, otherwise the packages aren't gonna work well. First thing you put in is the cheese so that you can still keep some of the warmth in there. Put that cheese right there. Cover the cheese with the noodles so that the noodles can warm up the cheese. Next, this is a really poorly planned video. We're gonna say to panic here. Add the rest of the sauce that you're supposed to add. Add all that bad boy. What's this stuff? In it goes. This is supposed to That's okay.
Definitely needed to be hydrated.
No, I prefer it to be drier and crispier. It adds a texture and crunch to your thing. And then you add the ranch.
How much ranch would you add, would you say?
Enough for flavor. Mix it up before everything gets cold in this cold, barren winter wasteland. This here, ladies and gentlemen, is professionally made ramen. See all that? Look at how delicious that is.
Is it good?
This is great.
Yeah?
I usually do this with the cheese boki, which is like ramen meets macaroni and cheese. I didn't have any this time, so I used the raw boki. Still absolutely fantastic. Still works great with ranch. Lovely.
What does it taste like, Simon, for people who don't know what tteokbokki and raboki tastes like?
Yeah. How do you describe the taste of tteokbokki? It's like vinegary tomato pepper sauce. Try it.
It's got ranch in it.
Come on. You've never had this before. This is your first time ever.
But you've ruined it. Ranch. Important detail about Martina. She does not like ranch.
Get that on your chin. There you go.
Thanks, Simon. Actually, you know what this tastes like?
Deliciousness.
It totally tastes like a is it margarita pizza? Margarita?
Margarita.
Yeah, it tastes like cheese. It tastes like you've got the tomato sauce, but it's spicy. And then it's got that creaminess that the ranch is adding, which is actually quite good in there.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah. All right, I chose my base Shin Ramen, my favorite. I happen to like really spicy food, so I'm starting with this as a base. I'm going to be adding to it a slice of processed cheese. Then I'm going to take it to another level. I'm going to add a pack of kimchi to my ramen. I like to use the old kimchi because it has a more strong, pungent, knock to your face kind of taste. You can use fresh kimchi if you want. That's kind of lame-o. Then I'm going to level this up even further. Bam! This is pretty much freeze-dried squid, and on the back I also read a little bit of hongo, which kind of scares me because I'm pretty sure that's fermented stingray. But it's like 40 cents, you just dump it in, bam, extra flavor. Then I'm going to be adding a hard-boiled egg. Now, these puppies are kind of hard to find. Korea has lots of hard-boiled eggs that have been so hard-boiled that you could murder somebody with them and that are really chewy and poorly. Poorly always tries to find this magic egg. This one is kind of soft-boiled, so the inside is still ooey and gooey, but not like runny. This is the puppy you want to add to your ramen.
You want to add a puppy to your ramen?
Not like an actual puppy, not like, oh, I'm a puppy, but like this kind of like the puppy of, you know, what I'm saying. Get out of here, Simon. You're going to have your own time to talk. Lee, could you put in the face of Simon and then add on top of that some kind of like a face thing that keeps him from talking and then maybe a pile of poop on his head? You might think that I've gotten a huge amount of things for this tiny bowl, and you're probably right. Gotta get that juice, man. Gotta get that kimchi juice. Oh, what about my cheese, you say? I will be adding my cheese in the last 2 minutes or so because it's really cold, and if I add it at the beginning, it can actually alter the temperature of the water, and then my ramen noodles won't cook as well, and I never want them to cook really well, so I'm gonna add it near the end when it's actually almost ready to go. That's my story. All right, I set my timer for 4 minutes, and I told you before I did not add my cheese, but I did unwrap it so it's ready to go, and I'm going to leave it on top of the lid to warm it. I have discovered that if I'm not at home and on a stovetop, if I add the cheese right away, it is so cold that as it liquefies, it just doesn't let anything else cook properly. So I just put it on the lid to warm. It's still in its plastic because it actually will get stuck to the lid when it melts. Not that I know that from experience of melting a piece of cheese to a lid. Not that I scrape the cheese off the lid and put it in my ramen anyways. All right, I got 2 minutes left on the clock. I'm gonna pop in this slice, which is, ooh, already toasted warm and getting goopy. That's it. All right, timer's up. Now, important thing, this is gonna be ramen hack number 3. Do not throw away your lid. We are gonna be using this wonderful lid to help us keep from spilling stuff all over our bodies. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that edge. Hold these for me. Simon's version of holding. All right, I got my lid. I'm gonna fold it in half. Then I'm gonna fold it in half again. Then I'm gonna make a crane, and I'm gonna throw that crane at Simon. And that's my ramen hack number 3. Just joking, just joking. Okay, if I had a bigger bowl of ramen, I'd go for this way, and what I would do is just pull this open here. And now I've got myself a little tiny waterproof bowl, so that when I eat my ramen noodles, I can let them cool before I actually let them touch my mouth and scald myself. But this is a pretty small lid, so I'm gonna go for the Martina version, which is just folding it in half once, and then I just actually fold it in, and I've got a bigger bowl to work with. There's really no wrong way of doing this unless you have a hole at the bottom in which the broth will leak upon you.
Get them safe.
Actually saw some spittle on those chopsticks.
I want you to note that Martina's little cup right here is a professional ramen hack, but it's not really necessary. As you can see with me, I don't need a middleman. I don't need a second bowl. I just dump things directly into my mouth.
Okay.
My mouth serves as the bowl.
Hang on, in defense, in the ramen hack, I actually have liquid in mine. So the whole point is that when I scoop up the hot liquid, it gives it a chance to cool down.
Like a sissy, you're supposed to just grab the whole thing and chug it.
That's something that Simon might do because he chews with his mouth open all the time.
See? Look. Because I thought all the junk that you were going to put in there wasn't going to be that good, but it actually makes it taste a lot better.
It tastes amazing, I know. Shin ramen is good on its own.